People wanted to know directly from a person who is homeless what would be helpful for them. So that's why we thought videotaping this presentation would be helpful, because we were hoping to post it on YouTube. And so for the question section, if you guys are okay, we can videotape questions, and if not, then we cannot videotape them, so we can talk about that. And then just a list of local resources is another thing that people were interested in having, and just general information, and also just how to begin a conversation. And so we had just talked about just learning someone's name and talking to them like any other person. You don't have to, and I think Rufus, you had said like not asking, like maybe not starting it off. So how did you become homeless? Just
yeah. A lot of people are guarded. I mean, they're shy. They don't want to make the first move and stuff a lot of times. And just don't ask, the real quick closed-end questions, yes and no's, because that's all you're going to get. So, it's basically simple. It's just like Rufus and I came in here to do with you folks. We're sitting here talking with you. For some folks it's easy, but I know for a lot of people it's hard. Nobody likes to sit there and point out their own flaws and why they're in a certain situation. But we've come here to hopefully give you people a little bit of insight, so that you'll see that, at least from what I can see, is that people are bright enough to understand that, sometimes the economy and the way things are going like that, it may happen to anybody. So be a little bit more appreciative when you go home tonight, when you're able to open up that refrigerator, get yourself something cold to drink, and it doesn't have to be room temperature. Or when you can walk those few steps and go to your restroom to use it, instead of having to walk a block away and hoping that the porta potty isn't all filled up and that it's all desecrated all inside and everything there. Be thankful that you have that door that you can lock, and you can go inside there and have that security and that peace of mind and that quiet time when you like it. Because for us, getting a little bit of quiet time out there, it's almost non-existent and stuff there. So maybe this will be a little bit more of an eye-opening experience for a lot of people, and maybe it'll make the good people here that I can see and everything like that better people. So.
All right, and then our last thing that we have is just our little giving back thing that we had, like the surprise. Alright, so let's get this. So this is just like a list of resources. So like Marvin had mentioned, books is one that we hadn't thought of. Undergarments, you were saying that a lot of people bring food and things that like...
Yeah, and socks and things of that nature, but a lot of times it's a little embarrassing to talk about the undergarments and stuff like that. So those type of things, we could really use some things there.
You know it. It's like a stand down feature. That is one of the biggest things. I was talking to my boss about it a while back. Socks. We're going to try to come up with a sock drive and get socks together. I'll tell you what, for me personally, when I lived you do a lot of walking. If I had some kind of odometer on my feet, there's no telling how many miles it would show me how I walk today. But socks are so important. I tell you, this sounds bad, but I walked so much I didn't have clean socks. I used to have to almost peel my socks off my feet. But and I don't know why people done this, but I was so grateful that they did. I would go by dumpsters when I was on my cannon route. I call it cannon route recycling, pushing my shopping cart around, and I'd find clean clothes, and sometimes I would find a bundle of clean socks. I'm thinking, thank you, God. But yeah, it is a little kind of embarrassing coming out, handing out that of the socks. That is so important. That's something that I try not now to take for granted, the things that I have. And I hear Marvin thinking about when you go home at night. I am grateful when I go home at night and I have a home and a place to stay. I feel like everybody deserves a home, and it should have one. But yeah, there's little things like that you take for granted every day. You don't have when you're out there.
So then that can lead into our last little slide. Okay. So you can't really read it very well, I guess. It's Martin Luther King. It says, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent."
Of things that matter, or about things that matter. So we felt that we kind of wanted to give back. So we kind of came up with this idea, and we haven't gotten Jan's approval, but we kind of want to put a recycling bin in the clinic. And yeah, we're gonna actually just put a bag. I vouch for the bag and one of these bins in the clinic, and we want everyone to kind of just throw your cans and bottles in there, and other proceeds will go towards, you know, helping out.
It's awful nice. We appreciate the stuff there, but like I said, you know, just come on out yourselves. You know, just come on out yourselves. Just the conversation and the human contact and stuff. That doesn't make any difference what you bring and stuff. But if you are going to come out, you know, we could use those books.
It's like our way of staying connected. Because like we said, we don't want to like not have conversations after this.
Right.
So this way, every week we're gonna like, I'm gonna probably put one at my work too, and that way we'll have our cans. Maybe we'll exchange it for other stuff, or we'll just bring the cans down or whatever. But that way,
doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference.
Well, like, I'll go back to, and I keep going back to what Marvin's saying too, and it's that way. You know, just, if you ever get a chance, just come down there and say hello. You know, hey, how you guys doing, or what you up to today, you know, whatever. And learn some names, you know, and, you know, I still say, one person can change a person's life. That's just that simple. But if you get to know certain people, you never know. It might be a friend of a friend you hadn't seen in years or something, you know. And there's a lot of family out there. You know, it's just, you're helping, but it's a human thing to do. That's what I'm saying.
We get a lot of the young kids from a lot of church groups. They come out there for the first time, and it's an eye-opening experience for a lot of them. You know, and I always tell them that, you know, everybody tells you that you folks are going to be the ones that are going to be the future and stuff, and don't listen to it, because you're doing it now. You're not waiting for the future. You're getting out there and you're doing it now. So they're learning from an early age and everything there that they can get out there and help out in their community. And a lot of these kids, they're not from this same community. They're from ways out there, Alpine, way past everything, yet they still come down. So it makes a difference to a lot of people. It really does. So we just want to say thank you very much, and hope everything works out, and we appreciate your time and listening to us.
We'll break into questions. Is it okay if we videotape it, or is anyone like, no? We don't have to videotape your face. Fine. Is it okay? Alright, so if anyone has questions.
Anything, you can throw anything at us.
I have a number of questions. One of my first questions was, how do you find companionship? Or what does that look like for you to meet somebody?
You're talking about relationship type thing there?
Yeah. Not just friends, but relationships.
Right.
Like partners?
Like partners.
Like partners and things? For me, myself, my soulmate passed away when I was in college. And that's the lady I was supposed to be with. But as far as being out here and everything, as far as those type of relationships and things there, I believe if you can't take care of yourself, then you have no business trying to take care of anybody else that's going to depend on you. Okay, I see a lot of my friends, they will, and you know, they're good people, don't get me wrong and stuff like that, but they will jump from one person to another just that quick, like the drop of a hat. And I see them fighting every single night and things like that there. And they're always fighting about money situations, or they're fighting about some type of a little small nothing that really compares to anything that they should be arguing about. But that's where the stress is involved, and that's where the stress blows things out of proportion and stuff there. So I can't do that. I've come, you know, if I can't take care of myself and stuff like that, I have no right to be out there and try to have somebody else rely on me to take care of them also. When that comes about and everything there, sure, you know, maybe that's the motivating factor that me and maybe some other people need to get that jump kick in the rear that will make us take that step that I guess we're afraid to, and to take some more responsibility to, you know, take care of business, is if you have somebody else relying on you. But since I have no family myself or any relatives left and everything, it's just me, I feel I can slack. And I know I shouldn't.